holiday season, particularly around celebrations such as Thanksgiving and Christmas, can be a joyful time. But it also brings a variety of stressors that many people experience. Financial pressures, family dynamics, social obligations, and personal expectations can quickly turn what should be a time of celebration into a source of anxiety. This meditation is designed to help you manage these challenges by reducing the body's stress response and promoting mindfulness, helping you to create a mental space to process emotions more effectively, reduce feelings of overwhelm, and cultivate resilience so that you can be better equipped to approach the holiday season with a clearer mind, improved emotional regulation, and a greater sense of inner peace. Welcome to Healing Hearts Meditation. I'm Bernie Gordon. As you settle into your chair now, you might begin to notice the gentle rhythm of your breath. Or perhaps you'll become more aware of the way your body feels as it rests in this moment. Either way is perfectly fine. You can allow yourself to simply be, knowing that there's nothing that you need to do right now but listen and relax. As you breathe in, you might feel your chest rise gently. Or perhaps you'll notice the subtle stillness between each breath. And as you exhale, you can let go of any tension that's no longer serving you. Or maybe it's already beginning to dissolve all on its own. Either way, whether this happens quickly or slowly, you're allowing yourself to relax more deeply with each breath. Now imagine you're standing beside a peaceful river. The water flows quietly, inviting you to step closer. And as you do, you might notice how the sunlight dances on the surface of the water, creating shimmering patterns that soothe your mind without any effort at all. You could choose to focus on those shimmering lights, or perhaps you'll simply enjoy the feeling of calm that begins to spread through your body. And as you take a deep breath in now and exhale slowly, you may find yourself becoming lighter, more relaxed. Or maybe it's just happening naturally without any need to think about it. And as you step into the river now, feeling the cool water surround your feet, there's nothing for you to do but to allow this gentle flow to carry away any remaining tension or stress. You might decide to float on the surface of the river now, completely supported by its gentle current. Or perhaps you'll simply enjoy standing in the water for a moment longer. Either choice is perfect. And as you enjoy the water peacefully, the river begins to guide you towards a new place, a place that feels inviting and serene. This place is your holiday garden, a sanctuary amidst the bustle of the season. As you enter this garden now, notice how it welcomes you with open arms. You might see a path winding deeper into its heart, lined with plants and flowers that represent different aspects of your holiday experience. Some are thriving, their colours vivid and bright, while others may seem to be struggling. But they too are part of this garden, your garden, and they deserve your care. Walking along the path now, perhaps you'll come across an area where the soil looks dry and cracked. The plants here are wilting slightly, their leaves curling at the edges. This part of your garden represents financial stress during the holidays. But as you kneel down and touch the soil, notice how a small spring begins to bubble up from beneath the earth. A spring of creativity and wisdom that has always been within you. And as this water nourishes the soil, watch as these plants begin to perk up again. You realize that just as this spring can restore balance in your garden, so too can your inner resources help you navigate financial pressures with grace and ingenuity. You might start pruning away unnecessary splurges now. Maybe you'll nurture meaningful moments instead, creating a flow where resources move mindfully and with intention. Moving forward on your path now, notice an area where vines have grown wild and tangled together, some branches reaching towards each other with tender connection, others pulling away with the same natural integrity in a complex dance of individual and collective growth. These vines represent family dynamics during the holidays, sometimes complex, but always unique. Each tree has its own story, roots intertwining underground in ways invisible from the surface. Some roots support, some compete, some simply coexist. You can see how each tree maintains its individual integrity while remaining part of a larger ecosystem. Family is not about perfect harmony, but about allowing space for individual growth. As you begin gently untangling these vines, giving each one space to grow in its own way, notice how harmony starts to emerge from what once seemed chaotic. You understand now that allowing each family member their own space can create a beautiful tapestry of connection, even if it's sometimes messy. Continuing along your path now, perhaps you'll come across an overcrowded section of plants vying for attention. like holiday commitments that can overwhelm us at times. With care and discernment, begin thinning out these areas now, choosing which plants or commitments to keep and which ones to let go of for now. And as you do this, feel a sense of spaciousness spreading through your body, a lightness that comes from knowing it's okay to say no sometimes in order to fully appreciate what truly matters most. Nearby, you see a large, ornate trellis covered in climbing roses. The roses are beautiful, but their thorns are sharp. And the structure seems to dominate the garden. This represents the social pressures and expectations that can sometimes overwhelm the joy of the season. But as you approach this trellis now, perhaps you'll find yourself holding a pair of pruning shears in hand without even realizing it, ready to shape these roses into something more balanced, a form that complements rather than overpowers the rest of the garden. You understand that you have the power to manage social obligations in a way that enhances rather than detracts from your holiday experience. In another quiet corner of the garden lies a small patch of bare earth, seemingly lonely at first glance, much like feelings of isolation that can arise during the holidays. But as you sit beside it now, perhaps you'll feel moved to plant something here. Seeds of self-compassion and inner peace, knowing that even in moments of solitude, there is potential for growth and renewal. Standing up, you notice a perfectly manicured section of the garden, where every leaf and petal seems flawless. But upon closer inspection, you see that maintaining this perfection requires constant, exhausting effort. This area represents the unrealistic expectations we often place on ourselves during the holidays. With a deep breath, you allow yourself to ruffle a few leaves, to let a few petals fall. And as you do, the entire garden seems to sigh with relief, settling into a more natural, authentic beauty. The path leads you to a beautiful fruit tree, its branches heavy with ripe, juicy fruit. This abundance represents the temptation to overindulge during the holiday celebrations. Instead of grabbing hands full of fruit, you choose just one perfect piece, savoring its sweetness mindfully. You're reminded that enjoyment comes not from quantity, but from being fully present in the moment. As you continue your walk, you notice the sky above the garden changing. Clouds roll in, casting shadows on the plants below. But rather than feeling dismayed, you watch with some curiosity as the garden adapts to the changing light. Some flowers close their petals, while others seem to thrive in the cooler air. This ebb and flow reminds you that, like the weather, your own moods and energy levels may fluctuate during the holiday season, and that's perfectly natural. Near the garden's edge, you come across a hedge maze. Its twisting paths represent the pressure to please everyone during the holidays. But as you stand at its entrance, you realize that you don't need to navigate its complexity. Instead, you find a quiet spot to sit and simply be. In doing so, you honor your own needs alongside those of others. Now, as this meditation comes to an end and you prepare to leave this magical garden, take a moment to look back over all you've experienced. Notice how the entire garden seems more balanced now, more harmonious. Each plant, each flower, each pathway has its place, creating a beautiful whole. And just as you've tended to this garden with care and wisdom, you can approach your holiday season with the same mindful attention. You might already notice how different things feel, or maybe it will take a little while longer for that sense of calm to fully settle in. Either way is perfectly fine. And as you move towards the holiday season, you might even find yourself reflecting on your garden from time to time, knowing that it's always there for you whenever you need it, whether in moments of stress or simply when you want to reconnect with that inner peace. And as you begin to move forward into your day, or perhaps into the holiday season ahead, you may begin to notice subtle changes in how you approach situations. Perhaps feeling more grounded and centered, or maybe just a little bit more patient with yourself and others. And whether those changes happen gradually or all at once, you can trust that your mind and body are working together to support you in the best possible way. You might find that certain challenges no longer feel so overwhelming, or that solutions come more easily than before. And as you navigate through the holidays, whether it's managing financial stress, family dynamics, or social obligations, you can remember that just like in your garden, you have the tools and resources within you to create balance and harmony. The path back to the waking world is easy and gentle. With each step you take, you are beginning to feel more alert, more present, carrying with you the calm and insight you've gained. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. With each number, you'll become more awake and aware, bringing back with you all the peace and wisdom from your garden journey. 1. Beginning to stir, feeling refreshed and renewed. 2. Becoming more aware of your surroundings, the calm of the garden still with you. 3. feeling energy returning to your body, a sense of clarity in your mind. 4. Almost fully awake now, ready to bring your garden insights into your day. And 5. Open your eyes, fully alert and present, carrying with you a sense of peace and balance for the holiday season ahead. So now, as you return to this moment, perhaps take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow yourself to carry this sense of calm with you throughout the rest of your day. Whether you're preparing for holiday gatherings or simply enjoying a quiet moment for yourself, know that this peace is always available to you, just like your garden. Thank you for joining me today in this Healing Heart meditation. May your holiday season be filled with moments of joy, balance, and inner peace. You can return to this meditation anytime you'd like, whenever you'd like, to reconnect with that sense of calm and clarity. If you've enjoyed this meditation and think others can benefit too, please share. And we would love it if you could help us to grow the channel too, by liking and subscribing and also hitting the notification bell for future videos.